Tell me your name and your branch.
So, my name is Mr. Randall. I served in the U.S. Navy.
And what do you remember about the day you enlisted?
The day I enlisted was, well, I enlisted in March, so I had many weeks before I actually graduated to continue to think about this. It was a really long, drawn-out process. I was in high school, and I spent 3 days in Indianapolis going through tests and trying to make decisions and all that stuff, and coming back and handing that information to my high school teachers, who were all, pretty much saying, "Hey, you're going to go to college." And for me, I'm handing them something saying, "No, I'm not going to college. I'm going to postpone that to do another, something else." But them being understanding of the fact that for me, serving in the Navy allowed me to go to college because I would not financially been able to do that.
Tell me your name and your branch.
My name is Jody White, and my branch is the United States Marine Corps.
Remember about the day you were commissioned.
The day I was commissioned was my daughter's birthday. It was 1996, and it was also Super Bowl Sunday. Yes, right.
Okay, so how did you choose this path?
So I choose to take the commission route because I wanted to go into the Marine Corps to be an officer. So after I graduated from the University of Cincinnati, I applied to go into the officer program and was accepted. And I really, really, really wanted to go into the infantry because I thought that's where I would be able to make my biggest impact.
And how did you stay in touch with family and friends back home?
So while I was at Marine Officer Boot Camp, I didn't. So for 12 weeks, I was kind of in the dark. So I was hoping that nothing was going on or went wrong, although they would have told me that. But they pretty much seclude us from the rest of the world, and they train us, and then they send us into the world.
Okay. And what phrase or word will never be the same now that you served?
So the word or phrase that's never going to be the same for me is ignorance is bliss, because I'm no longer ignorant to the dangers of this world. I have my family, my friends, they love to travel overseas. And for me, that just gives me some anxiety because I know that the world is a dangerous place.
Okay, anything else you want to add?
It was the best 21 years of my life. I would recommend it for anybody. It has set me up for success to do the things that I am thoroughly enjoying now.
All right,
Good?
good. You want to do the gritty on your way out?
Yeah, sure.
Add a little dance move? Ooh, okay. I Okay, and what made you choose the Navy?
I chose the Navy for one. My grandfather and my great grandfather had served in the Navy. My great uncles had served in others. So for me, it was tradition, and having been studying history for throughout high school and everything, it was the best fit for me.
Okay, and how did you stay in touch with family and friends back home?
For me, when I was in the Navy, I spent a lot of time bouncing around. I went from Chicago to Florida to Georgia, then all the way across the country to Seattle, Washington. So in a lot of cases, it was a lot of phone calls home. Back in the days when you had phone cards and everything, and that's what you would use to call home. Back before there were cell phones.
And what phrase or word will never be the same now that you served?
The word cruise, because in the Navy, a cruise is the 6-month thing that you do where you go away, and it doesn't have to be 6 months. It could be 9, or actually the longest right now is about 10 months where you're gone. And for me, that meant sailing from Seattle, Washington, technically Everett, Washington, all the way down to San Diego, picking up a squadron, and then sailing from there all the way to the Persian Gulf, and spending 5 to almost 6 months floating around, sailing up and down, and then coming back. So now when my kids and my wife ask me to go on a cruise, it's, do I really want to be on another big ship? No. So I'd much rather drive across the country than fly and get on a really big boat.
All right. And anything else you want to add at all?
When we're looking at it, for me, I chose the Navy as a way for me to pay for college, because as coming from a middle class background, college was going to be out of my reach unless I took a lot of, they either got a lot of scholarships, or B, took out some really big loans. So the whole thing is that, it's not so much the path we take to get where we want to be, but it's, for me, it's about how I got here.